The series opens with Chris walking down the street in a storm. He has a bag with him, and inside it is Wen's body. Chris makes his way to a cliff, and he throws the box into the sea with Wen still in it. Before walking away, Chris says that by doing so, he has liberated himself from his past tragic life. There is a time jump 10 years back in time, and a montage of clips shows Wen's childhood. His guardian is his grandmother, and she cares for him, but unknown to her, Wen is being bullied and mistreated by a group of boys. His brother, who is the ringleader. As time passes, Wen grows older and the bullying intensifies. His bullies call him fat and ugly. They even go ahead to make humiliating videos of him dressed in just his underwear. Finally, Wen gets fed up with the constant bullying and decides to transfer to a new school. Wen's grandmother supports his decision, so she rents him an apartment close to his new school. In the apartment, Wen's neighbors are two sisters, Tao and Zai, who live together and operate an online fashion store to raise money to pay their bills. In preparation for his first day at his new school, Binhai, Wen goes shopping. On the street, he walks by Chris, who is tall, handsome, and attractive. During lunchtime at Binhai, two girls, Sue and Tao, plan to go home together. Halfway through their conversation, Tao sees one of their classmates, Lai, bullying another classmate, Zhang, and she rises to his defense. When he goes to check out his new school, Wen is impressed by its size and beauty, so he takes pictures to show his grandmother. Determined not to leave anything out, Wen continues to take pictures even on the bus home. Suddenly, his phone falls and slides under Sue's skirt. Immediately, everyone assumes Wen is a creep who is trying to take inappropriate pictures of Sue. Without giving him a chance to defend himself, Lai, who has romantic feelings for Sue, and his gang attack Wen. Wen takes off running, leaving his phone behind. After minutes of running, Wen takes refuge in a cafe. Lai and his group follow him in, but they are confronted by another group led by their schoolmate Hua. Hua and Lai seem to have history. Eventually, Lai leaves, and Wen is free. Elsewhere, Tao and Sue go through Wen's phone. They see no inappropriate photos and realize they were wrong about him. While scrolling, a link pops up, and it's a video of Wen being humiliated. The video goes viral, and soon Wen, who is still in the cafe, sees it. Wen is devastated, so he hides away in a quiet place and cries. Hours pass and lanterns fill the sky. While trying to reach a lantern, Wen loses his balance and falls to the ground. The fall causes him to pass out. Hua and his friends come across Wen lying lifeless, and they wake him up. Elsewhere, Chris collapses. Still surprised that he survived the fall, Wen returns home and gets into bed. As soon as he falls asleep, Wen's consciousness is transferred into Chris's body. Unaware of the switch, Wen, now in Chris's body, walks to his apartment, assuming he had been sleepwalking earlier. When he enters the house, he sees his real body asleep in bed. After trying a few things, Wen discovers that he can switch between both bodies at will. Whenever one body is asleep, his consciousness switches into the other one. While he is struggling to understand this situation, Wen hears a knock on the door. He answers the door in his real body and sees his neighbor Tao. Tao apologizes for the events of the previous day and gives Wen his phone. The two have a brief introduction and decide to meet later at school. After figuring out how to switch between bodies, Wen decides to resume in Chris's body because of how physically fit and handsome he is. Wen assumes this appearance will earn him favor, and he is right. Everyone at school starts fawning over handsome Wen. Girls from all grades fight to get his attention, and he gets invited to play basketball with the cool guys. The only person immune to his charm is Tao. Wen struggles to cope with all the attention. In the bathroom, he is confronted by Lai and his minions, and despite his fear, he stands up to them. At lunchtime, Tao opens up to Sue about her confusion. She reveals that Wen, her neighbor, had plans to transfer to the school, but he didn't show up. Tao says she finds it even weirder because the transfer student has the same name as her neighbor. The conversation is cut short because Tao thinks Wen is bullying Zhang, so she rushes to his aid. In reality, Zhang is only trying to befriend Wen, but Tao misreads the situation and labels Wen a bully. This makes her hostile toward him. After school, Wen, who is still in Chris's body, manages to sneak into the house without being noticed by Tao. Moments later, Tao calls the real Wen out of concern. She asks why he didn't show up to school, and he replies by saying he has dropped out. He also says he is sick, and she brings him medicine. The two soon build a very cordial relationship. Thanks to his new handsome appearance, Wen receives attention from his schoolmates online and offline. They add him to their group chats and plan a welcome party for him. Among the classmates who have taken a liking to the handsome Wen is Ha, a live streamer whose father owns a local mini-mart. Wen is excited about his welcome party, but he needs money, so he decides to look for work. His job search leads him to Ha's father's store. After listening in on Wen's conversation with her father, Ha believes that the real Wen and handsome Wen are friends, so she helps the real Wen secure a job as the overnight attendant. at her father's grocery store. In return, she demands that Handsome Wen let her use him 10 times, and he agrees. Aside from Sue, Wen manages to convince Tao that Real Wen and Handsome Wen are friends and that the two have moved in together. That night, Handsome Wen attends his welcome to Bin High School party, and afterward, he switches bodies so Real Wen can work the night shift. At work, the Real Wen is attacked by Lai and his group as payback for the bus incident. Lai and his gang try to interfere, but Real Wen is badly beaten. In tears, Real Wen calls his grandma, and she senses the pain in his voice. At school, Lai brags about beating up Real Wen, and Tao confronts him. She blames herself for not telling everyone the truth about the incident. Worried about the Real Wen, Tao pulls Handsome Wen aside to ask about his well-being. During the conversation, sparks fly between the two, but Tao quickly walks away. Later that day, Wen's grandma visits, and although he comes very close to being caught, Wen manages to convince his grandma that Handsome Wen is his friend who has moved in with him. He also tells her that Handsome Wen has a rare sleeping disorder. On her way to visit Real Wen, Tao meets his grandma and the two exchange pleasantries. Because his grandma doesn't know he has dropped out of school, Real Wen pretends to go to school with Tao. On the way, the two have a heartfelt conversation, and Real Wen shows Tao his wallet containing some oil-stained banknotes that he will never spend because they remind him of his grandma's sacrifice. A flashback reveals that Tao, too, was once bullied for her weight. At school, Real Wen sits outside until Tao's sister Zai lets him know that his grandma has left so he can go home. On getting home, the Real Wen sleeps, and the Handsome Wen returns to school. During lunch, Handsome Wen is friendly toward Zhang. He takes him to the school cafeteria and buys him a snack. Tao and Sue observe the pair from a distance. To pay for the meal, Handsome Wen pulls out the same wallet the Real Wen showed Tao that morning. He also pulls out the oil-stained note. Tao sees this and immediately concludes that Handsome Wen stole the Real Wen's wallet. Realizing his mistake, Wen rushes to the bathroom to clear his head. While there, he is confronted by Hua and his group, who take his wallet. They tell him that to retrieve it, he must have a boxing match with Hua. Wen is skeptical, but he must retrieve his wallet at all costs, so he participates in the match. He manages to defeat Hua, but he takes a few blows. It appears that impressive fighting skills are built into the body of Chris, aka Handsome Wen. At the close of the school day, Tao returns home and goes straight to Wen's house to inform Real Wen that Handsome Wen has stolen his wallet. At around that time, Handsome Wen returns from school and sees Tao outside. He tries to get away so he can switch bodies, but he sees Hua on the stairs. Eventually, Handsome Wen hides behind the dumpster and switches his consciousness to Real Wen. Hua walks in on all the commotion, and he goes into Wen's house with Tao. Now awake, the Real Wen tells the two that Handsome Wen is his friend, and not a thief. However, they are unconvinced. The pair conclude that Handsome Wen is bullying the Real Wen and threatening his life. The next day at lunchtime, Hua takes Handsome Wen to a secluded place and tortures him to make him confess to bullying the Real Wen. However, Handsome Wen denies this. Before things can get out of hand, Zhang helps Wen escape. The two discuss the situation in the boys' bathroom, and suddenly, Lai and his gang enter. Wen is scared, so instead of staying to help his friend, he leaves. Lai tells Zhang that he owes him 2,000 yuan and must pay the next day. Zhang is desperate to raise the money, so after school he meets Handsome Wen and asks for a loan. He promises to pay back after selling his favorite shoes, but Wen doesn't have the money. To help his friend, the Real Wen asks for an advance from Ha's father, but his request is turned down. Elsewhere, Zhang gets tricked by a guy who pretends he wants to buy the sneakers. The guy beats Zhang up, steals his sneakers, and records a humiliating video of him, which he threatens to upload online if Zhang calls the police. Zhang goes to the mini-mart to buy ointment, and when Real Wen is not looking, he steals the money in the cash register. Real Wen chases after him, but he gets away with the money. In the morning, the mini-mart owner is furious. He wants to call the police, but Real Wen stops him. This makes him conclude that Wen planned the whole thing. In a rage, the mart owner fires Real Wen. Meanwhile, Zhang gives the stolen money to Lai to prevent being bullied further. Handsome Wen confronts Zhang about the theft and tells him that the Real Wen, who he says is his friend, lost his job. Zhang promises to repay the stolen money to Real Wen when he can. As the two converse, Zhang reveals that he was tricked and cannot go to the police because he is scared they will post the video. Handsome Wen is determined to help Zhang take down the embarrassing video, so he sets up a meeting with the swindlers, pretending he wants to buy the sneakers from them. The criminals take Handsome Wen to an alley, and a fight breaks out. Wen gets the upper hand, but he takes a blow to the head and passes out before he can delete the video. Immediately, Wen's consciousness transfers into Real Wen, and he can't fall asleep no matter how hard he tries, so he heads out. With the help of a third accomplice, the criminals take Handsome Wen to their apartment. While shopping at the mart, Tao learns from Ha that Real Wen was fired because Zhang stole from the store. This angers Tao, so she calls Zhang demanding his location and threatening to call the police. After meeting with Zhang and learning the full story, Tao realizes that Handsome Wen is in trouble, so she calls Hua and his gang for backup. Together the group launches a search for Handsome Wen. On the road, they meet the real Wen, passed out, and when they revive him, he gives them the location of the criminal's hideout. While the others go in search of Handsome Wen, Zhang stays behind and calls the police, knowing full well what might happen. At the hideout, Handsome Wen is fighting to get away. When Hua and the others arrive, they join in the fight, and Handsome Wen is able to defeat the men and delete the humiliating videos they had of Zhang and others. Unknown to the group, one of the criminals called for backup. Before they can head out, they are surrounded by several armed men. Luckily, the police show up and save the day. Handsome Wen is taken to the hospital, and the group breaks up. Tao stays behind to look after Wen. Since both his bodies are outside, Wen is faced with a problem. Somehow he manages to carry Real Wen home without arousing suspicion. At school, someone anonymously reports Lai for bullying Zhang, and he gets scolded by the class teacher. This turn of events angers Lai, and he attacks Zhang. As usual, Tao stands up for Zhang, and he gets away. Later that night, Real Wen returns to the mini-mart and begs for his job back. The boss agrees, and he starts work immediately. Lai catches up with Zhang outside the mini-mart, and Real Wen goes to help Zhang, but Lai pits them against each other. After Lai leaves, Wen and Zhang sit down to talk, and Zhang announces that he told Lai Tao was behind the report. This means Tao is in danger. The next day, Handsome Wen is in school, and he makes it his duty to save Tao. He tracks her to an empty room and sees Lai rough handling her. Wen shoves Lai off, takes Tao's hands, and the two take off running. They hide inside a closet, and tension starts building, so they hurry out. The next day, a video of Tao and Handsome Wen escaping from Lai begins to circulate. This makes the girls in the school jealous, especially Ha, and they begin to act hostile to Tao. When the news of the video reaches Lai, people are saying Wen defeated him, and this bruises his ego. During lunch, Lai confronts Handsome Wen and threatens him. After school, Lai is still furious. He gathers his minions, including Zhang, and tells them to look deeply into Handsome Wen to find out who he is and his background. Zhang meets up with Real Wen at the store to try and get answers for Lai. As a result of their jealousy, the girls at Binhai start to mistreat Tao. Ha starts by spreading rumors about Tao, claiming she reported Lai to get Handsome Wen's attention, and the other girls write horrible things on Tao's desk and in her locker. The class president, who is also in on it, cancels Tao's contract to supply the class jacket, leaving her with no source of income. In a conversation, Zhang tells Handsome Wen that Tao is being mistreated because other girls are jealous that he saved her from Lai. Before Wen can respond, Lai and his minions surround him. Zhang quickly runs away to save himself. Almost immediately, Lai attacks Wen, and a fight breaks out. Wen tries to fight, but Lai beats him mercilessly. Luckily for Wen, Hua and his gang step in and save him before things get out of hand. Hua and Lai stare down, and Hua reveals that the two used to be best friends before Lai changed and became a mean bully. After Lai leaves, Hua tells Handsome Wen that he can beat Lai and only needs to believe in himself. At home, Tao explains to her sister that her classmates no longer want the jackets. Sai is upset because this means they will lose a lot of money. She tells Tao to find a way to sort things out. In the middle of the conversation, Tao gets a call from Sue, who tells her that Ha has uploaded a video about her to the school group. Tao checks out the video and sees Ha spreading lies about her. This further tarnishes the image of her clothing business. Enraged, Tao confronts Ha at the mini-mart. She demands that Ha delete the video and says she didn't report Lai. Ha refuses, saying that Tao stole Handsome Wen from her, and a fight breaks out between the two. The real Wen, who is working at the counter, hears the commotion and breaks up the fight. At his place, the real Wen feels responsible for Tao's misfortune, so he switches bodies so that Handsome Wen can protect her. Because of Ha's horrible video, people start returning the items they bought from Tao. Defeated, Tao goes to meet Ha again, and Handsome Wen secretly follows behind. Tao begs Ha to tell the truth and stop speaking badly of her because it is affecting her business, but instead, Ha humiliates Tao. Handsome Wen records the whole thing and tells Ha to fix the mess or he will release the video of her being mean. He then takes Tao out. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like and comment if you think we should make the next part. Thank you.